Hi again, everybody. My name is Jesse Benedetti with JB HIIT. It's at home interval training. Started this YouTube channel just to help you get some movement in your life, to help everything out with some motivation, because I know it's hard out there, especially during this pandemic. And that's exactly why I wanted to talk to you today about was how hard things are during this pandemic, how bad things are getting around us, and we don't even know it. I'm included. It's hard. Our mental fatigue, our physical fatigue, just doing nothing is actually killing us slowly. I don't mean to be so morbid, but it's exactly true. And my goal is to help you help yourself. And in doing that, it helps me because it makes me feel better about helping you. I have an ability to communicate. I have the knowledge of fitness, and I have the gift of talking all the time and to help motivate you to get to where you want to go. So I wanted to take a few minutes before we get into some of the working out today to talk about why it's so important. Each of the videos that I talk about little things to help me motivate myself, to help motivate you. And today we're going to talk about a little bit of depression. There's a lot of depression that's happening right now, and it's not going to get any better. It's going to get actually probably a little bit worse, and you have to face the reality of that. But there is a lot that you can do about it. I don't want to lead you down a bad, dark path. I want you to understand something, and I want you to understand that it's hard for all of us. But little bit by little bit, I want to help. I want to help you. I want to help you help yourself. And ultimately, I want you to help everybody around you that depends on you. I've battled with depression myself. We've probably already all come across a lot of depression in our lives. So I wanted to reach out to you and tell you my experience and how it's helped me with fitness. Fitness is not just exercise to me. It's literally life-saving movement. It's life-saving on a lot of ways, and you'll find this out as we go along in all these episodes in the YouTube channel. And as you if you ever come in to work out with me, you see the stuff on the YouTube channel with all the stuff that's pre-recorded. It's the same thing. You feel my passion, and I have this passion because I've gone through this, and I don't want other people to have to go through this. If I can help other people not to go through this, then that's what we're here for. Remember that we've talked about it from the beginning. I'm going to help you try to stay motivated and to work out and to move at whatever level that is. And you're going to help me become a little bit more familiar with the camera, be a little bit more familiar with how to talk to you when you're out there. And I want to make sure that you can get the point across, and I want to get the point across to you, whether it's making mistakes in how I speak to you, stuttering on the things, saying a lot. I want to make sure that you understand that I genuinely care about this. And I want you to understand that, yeah, I have a virtual fitness, and I have online fitness classes, and I do want people to be a part of it. I want them to become members and all of that stuff. And I want to make a living off of these things. But ultimately, I want to help. I want to help because we all need that. There's nothing at the end of the day, nothing matters if you're not alive. Nothing matters to anyone if you're not alive. So I want to make sure that you understand. It's critical. I'm going to put two links to two different articles down below that you can click on that talks about some real numbers based on statistical facts, empirical studies. It's just mind blowing. Most people fail on their diets or exercises, because we're coming into the New Year's resolution and all that crap. Most people fail. 95% of people fail on their diet or their exercise because their mind is wrong. Their mindset is wrong. And now it's simple, but it's hard. It's not easy to change your lifestyle. If I told you to go learn a new language, would it happen overnight? Would you do that as a New Year's resolution? And then 6 weeks later, would you still have that resolution? Or would you make excuses all the time? This is more important than learning a new language. This is learning a new lifestyle so that you have the ability to learn a new language. So just to give you a little bit of something, people that keep the weight off, you can diet, you can short-term diet. People feel good about themselves all the time because they drop 30 pounds quickly, or they drop this quickly, or they drop that quickly, and you can feel good about it quickly. But the percentage, the rates are real. The amount of people that actually keep the weight off 5 years from now, it's staggering. It's 5%. That's the same survival rate. If you had metastatic lung cancer, if you had lung cancer that spread to the other parts of the body, you had 5% chance of living. You have that same percent chance of keeping weight off 5 years after if you rush through it. And we're not looking for immediate gratification. We're not looking for immediate results. When you look for immediate gratification, you're setting yourself up for long-term frustration over and over and over again. But exercise is there for you. It's there for you always. It never turns never turns its shoulder on you. It never runs away from you. It never closes down on you. It never breaks your heart. It never does anything. It's there for you. It's unconditionally there for you all the time. So that's why I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story, how exercise has helped me through dance, through other parts of my life, everything that's been important to me. Back in 2003, I was in a very long-term relationship. Well, very long-term for somebody that's 24 years old. I was living with somebody that was for about 3.5 years. She had a child from a previous relationship. The kid was 2 years old when we started dating, and we lived together for about 3.5 years. So I lived with this little girl till she was about 5 years old. We had plans of getting married. We had plans of me adopting the child. It was everything. I was working a good job. I was managing a dance studio down in Fort Myers, Florida. Everything was looking great. And then things just kind of went south. And no pun intended, because we're in Florida, but things did go south. About 3.5 years into it, long story short, I had a chance to get a dance studio of my own in Port St. Lucie, about 2.5 hours from Fort Myers on the east coast of Florida, a little city about 2.5 hours north of Miami, if you don't know it. And I wanted to go over there, but if a hurricane just hit, and the hurricane had wiped out a lot of stuff, and I wasn't going to be able to get an apartment because they were all out. And so I was going to move into the dance studio, into the office, until we had a place to live. So I told my girlfriend at the time with her child to stay with her parents in Fort Myers, and I was going to go over there, and in a couple of months, when I found somewhere to live, they could come over with me, and we could all be a family together. Now, that didn't work out so well. And about a month later, I ended up proposing to the girl, and she said no. She said no. And it turned out, obviously, that she had found somebody else, and that's fine. I understand. But it was one of the hardest relationship things that I have come across in my entire adulthood, which wasn't very much at the time, being 24 years old. But it sent me into a huge depression. Not only did I lose a girlfriend, somebody that I thought I was going to marry, but I lost a little girl that was calling me daddy, a little girl that I loved as a true daughter, because she really knew no one else. And it was stripped away from me, and I had no control over it. It wasn't my biological child. I had no rights to her. And so it was just like that, split, done. I went into a bad depression. When I was at the dance studio, I was trying to run this dance studio, living in the dance studio. I got up drinking every morning. I would drink. The only reason I was able to take a shower is because I had a membership at a Gold's Gym down in Florida, and that's where the shower was. So I would tell myself that I'm going to go work out, maybe spend about 5 minutes working out, go take a shower, and come back and start drinking again. I would wake up and drink. I would drink before I would teach dance lessons. I would cancel dance lessons to drink. I literally worked in a strip plaza, a strip mall with a sports bar. So for lunch, I would go have a drink. In the evening, I'd have a drink. I'd fall asleep because I was drunk. I was constantly drinking. And that went on month after month after month. And I didn't want to admit that I was having a problem, so I never admitted it. And about 10 months into that, I decided to do something. I changed. I shut the studio down, and I went up to Fort Walton Beach and started another part of my career. And that went into something completely different, and it helped. But I went through a lot of depression. I really did. And it really, really made things bad. But fitness was there, and it helped me a lot. And I got back into dancing, and eventually things went better, and fitness was always there for me. And it helped keep me sober later on. It helped keep my mind straight later on. It's hard. It's hard if you don't have something to help pull you through. And it's actually kind of selfish. It's selfish. It was selfish of me. It was selfish of me to do a lot of stuff, because had I died, or had I done something, had I, God forbid, run off the road or done anything while I was intoxicated, then my family would have been left without me. Then the people that care about me would have been hurt. I didn't have to do that stuff. The people around me, I didn't confide in them. I didn't let them help me. So I'm trying to help you. Maybe you don't know how important you are to people. I'm telling you right now, you're super important to people. This isn't supposed to be me telling you how important you are just because it's fun. I want you to move. I want you to exercise. In this pandemic, I need you to exercise. You need to exercise. It's not about me trying to gain more members for my online fitness. It's about me trying to help you, because at the end of it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about anything unless you move and you can stay alive and you can stay positive. And if you can't do that, you're robbing people of your presence. You may be alive right now, but how much mental fatigue are you having? How much is that making a problem for the rest of your family? You know, it's selfish if you have kids and you can't live to see them grow up because you're going through depression, or you might commit suicide. It's real things that you need to pay attention to. These are the things that get me passionate. These are the things that get me riled up. This is why I do this. I use this as a way to help reach out to other people, because I know if I can make it through this, you can make it through this, because it's all the cliches that it's always going to be better. It's always darkest before the dawn. It's all of that stuff. You have to go through the darkness to appreciate light. All of that shit is true, but you've got to have a reason. And you've got to be the reason first. If you're not good enough for you, you're not going to be good enough for other people. And exercise will do that. It will physically, literally do that, chemically change your mindset, but you've just got to move one day at a time. I'm not asking you to set up a whole resolution. I'm not asking you to do 2 days at a time. I'm asking you just to move through these exercises. I'm going to give you 3 in just a moment. I just want you to move through those. And I just want you to move through them just for a little bit. I don't care what level you're at. I don't care if you're barely moving, if you're moving. I don't care if you're walking through exercises that you need to jump through. I don't care. It has to start somewhere. And if you've been with me taking classes for a while, that's fine. Then up the intensity. You know that you can do that. You know that you can make it more than it is. If these are exercises that you've seen before, that's not important. It's not about what you've seen before. It's about taking stuff that you've done or not done and making them make sense right now. Do something with them right now. If I sound like I'm passionate about this, it's because I am. If I ever sound like I'm raising my voice, it's because I need you to understand how important this is to me. I've gone through enough shit in my life. If I can do anything to help save you to go through any shit, then that's my goal. I want to help you help yourself. And that's what we're here for. So with that same kind of passion, there's 3 exercises that we're going to do today. We're going to work on our whole body. These 3 exercises in the first round, I'm going to show you these exercises. You're going to do them for a minute. There's going to be 15 seconds in between. If you've done some of this stuff with me before, you know how this is. And you're going to spend a minute of each exercise. In the first round, you're trying to figure out the exercise, get acclimated to it. The second round, you're staying a little bit more focused on the exercise, trying to move the entire time. The third round, we're going to up the intensity a little bit just by having a different mindset. 15 seconds in between. If you feel like you want a little extra push, do 1 or 2 burpees in between the exercises, but don't deprive yourself of the exercises also. So we're here to work together. So let's get this shit going. I'm going to show you the exercises first. All right. So this first exercise we're going to work on, as you can see, I'm going to put myself down here. You can see me a little bit better. What we're going to be working on, if you see, it's a rotational split to a goblet squat. It's a lot of words. You're just going to lunge. You're going to bring the weight in the middle. I don't care if you have a kettlebell. I don't care if you have a plant, a ficus plant, or a cat, whatever you can use. I want you to take that weight with one hand, lunge, bring it to the middle, and squat. Take that weight from one hand, lunge, bring it to the middle, and squat. That's all we're going to do for this. You'll see this going the entire time. Just stare at me as you're doing this. Even if you just march in place, just move. Do something that resembles exercise. You don't always have to be the most elite athlete. You have to start somewhere. I don't care where you're at in your fitness level. You've got to keep moving or start somewhere. The second exercise we're going to get into is on the ground. We're going to do some hollow body rocks. Now, when you do this, you're going to press it up every single time. If you can't do the rocks, that's fine. Just go into some glute bridges, do something, but you're going to try for a whole minute. This is going to be a little bit challenging to you, but I want you to challenge yourself. If we're not challenging yourself, what's the point? We want to do. Sometimes just the challenge is showing up. If you're watching this right now, that might be the challenge. So that's okay. And the third exercise we're going to get into is a reverse lunge with a little bit of a pulse. You're going to lunge, you're going to pulse 1, 2, you're going to come right back up. You're going to lunge, you're going to pulse 1, 2. You can stay on that same side for the whole minute, do the next round on the other side. That's fine. You can do that too. But we're going to go through these 3 exercises one at a time. And I don't care how you feel. I just want you to move. Even if it's the hardest thing in the world, just move for 1 minute, doing something that resembles what you see on the TV. All right? So here we go. 1 minute. Grab the weight. I don't care what it is. If you need to pause and get that weight, that's fine. We're going to start in 5 seconds. We're starting in 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Now you're lunging. You're going to go to the middle, and then you're going to go to the other side. You might have balance issues. That's okay. Take your time with this. What I'm showing you is what you can do through these exercises over and over again. You're lunging. Maybe you just lunge and squat and lunge and squat. You can take any version of this that you want to. I'm not there. I'm not forcing you to do this. This is you're doing. This is what exercise. This is why exercise is so good. You got 35 more seconds, and because you're not forced into it. You get to do it. You have free will to be here. Now, I'm happy that you're here watching this, but I want you to make the most out of it. You got 25 more seconds on this exercise. So as you're going through this, think about the things that are important to you. You have to understand, if you move enough, then your life will literally change, because the chemicals in your mind and your body and your brain will start making you happier, and you'll start seeing things. But you've got to make yourself do it at first. It's okay. You got 7 more seconds, and we're going to change to the ground. Remember, we're going to be rocking on the ground in 3, 2, 1, and time. Shake it out. All right, get on the ground. We got 10 seconds. We're going to start this back up again. Hollow body rocks. Press it on the upward part. We're going to fight gravity a little bit together. Here we go. 5 seconds. Are you ready? Get ready in 3, 2, 1, and go. That's it. You're going to rock it back. You're going to rock it forward. Now, you can see me. I have 1 bent leg or 2 bent legs. You can keep them straight. There's always ways of modifying every single exercise that you'll do. The goal is to stay moving for the entire minute. That's why I like interval training. Interval training is a true representation of life. That's what a life is. We go through life in intervals. You stand in line for 5 minutes. You wait in line for 2 hours. You do this for 5 minutes. You do that for 30 seconds. You're on hold for 3 hours. You live in intervals. That's why this is so great, because if you can learn how to control a minute worth of an interval, you get 25 seconds. If you can control 1 minute worth of an interval, you can control 2, you can control 5, you can control a week, you can control a month. You can do anything you want to if you learn how that you're in control of this. Keep on rocking, keep on going back and forth. Even if you just have to lay there and keep pushing upwards, stay moving. All right, you got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. We got 1 more exercise. So get ready for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Check it out. Now we're going to go to these reverse lunges for the first time. Pick a leg. I don't care. Either leg. It doesn't matter. Whatever leg you're going back on, you're going to be working on some balance. You're going to be working on some lunging. It's okay. We did some lunges in the other one. It's a little bit different. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Now you're going to get the reverse lunge. You're going to pulse it. 1, 2. You're going to stay on that balance. You're going to stay there. Good. When you do these, are you going down into that? Can you get deep into those lunges? Maybe the mobility is there. Maybe your knees are a little wonky. That's okay. This is about moving right now. Now, if you know how to do this and you can go faster, do faster. If you're watching this and you've done it before and you're looking at it saying, oh, I can do this. I don't need to do this. Well, up the intensity. That's what you can do. Pick a heavier weight. Go faster. There's something that you can do. Do a press overhead at the top. There's something that you can do. Every single one of these exercises is about doing your level at your best possible level that you can do. You have 20 more seconds, and I need you to move. I need you to keep going. The first round is almost over. We're going to get into the second round. There's only 3 rounds, so you got to take advantage of the time that you have right now. You got to be in the moment right now. If you're not taking advantage of it, you're not in the moment, you're wasting the time. You're wasting the time. So use that time. Your time's important. You got 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. 15 seconds. It's time for round number 2. You did the rotational split to the goblet squat. You've done it once. Now you're a little bit more acclimated. We're going to do it again. I don't want to hear any excuses. Nobody's listening to your excuses. You don't even want to hear your excuses. So keep it going. In 3, 2, and go. That's it. We got 1 minute now. It's our second time of doing this. So we got to work through this. You got to work through this better and faster every single time. We came in here, no nonsense. You've got to look at yourself in the mirror every single day. I want you to look at yourself after this workout, and I want you to realize you can tell yourself, it may not be the best day, but I did something. I did something. Maybe you did 3 other workouts before this, and I did something more. That's what every day is about, doing a little bit more than you did before. If you did 1 push-up the day before, then do 1.5. You don't have to do 2. That's what's so problematic about what's going on. We always want to go from one extreme to the other. You don't have to go from one extreme to keep moving. You don't have to go from one extreme to the other. You got 20 seconds. It's about just doing a little bit more than yesterday, and a little bit more than that the next day, and a little bit more than that the next day. Even if you do the same, that's already better. Meet or beat what you did the day before. Sometimes you're going to go backwards. The next day you get up and you go forward a little bit more. It's okay. You don't have to make up for lost time. You just have to start somewhere in 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Get back on the ground again. Get back on the ground. You got 10 seconds. We're going to do it again. We're going to rock and roll. We're going to keep on pushing. We're going to keep on grinding. You got 8 seconds now. I just don't want you to stop. I don't want you to quit. I don't want you to give up on yourself. If you're giving up on yourself, you're giving up on a lot of other people. We don't want that. In 3, 2, 1, and go. We get 1 minute. 1 minute. You can do anything for 1 minute. You can do everything you want to. You go through a lot worse things in your life for 1 minute. So you can do this because it's going to better your life. Remember, we are trying to not be the statistic of this. The 95% people that fail over and over and over again. You just have to succeed right now. You just have to succeed for 12 minutes right now. And then tomorrow, maybe you do 12 minutes again. If you do 5 minutes, I don't care. You got 30 more seconds right here in this exercise, so just keep moving. You're going to rock it out. You're going to roll it out. You might think to yourself, I can't do that. But you got to start somewhere. I'll do that when I get healthier, when I get fitter. What do you think this is? You've got to get healthier. You got to get fitter right now. So let's go. It starts with this one. It starts with day 1. Sometimes we have to start over. It starts with day 1 again. So what? Let's go. You got 5 more seconds. Keep it going in 4, 3, 2, and time. Time. Check it out. All right, we're going to go into those reverse lunges. Use the other leg this time. We're going to use the other leg a little bit. After this, we're getting ready for our 3rd and final round. Look how quickly it's going. This is all you have to do to make a change in your life, little bit by little bit. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Right here, right now, I want you to go for 1 minute. I don't care what it takes. I don't care how slow you go. I don't care how fast you go. I don't care what's going on in your mind. I don't care what you're thinking about. Put your mind right here in the present. This is all you have to do is just stay focused with this. You can be talked to all the time. You can listen to all the motivational speeches all the time. You can listen to all the motivational videos all the time. You can listen to anything you want to. You can listen to me all the time. Just move while you're doing that. That's what this is so good about. I need you to move a little bit every day, a little bit. Because whatever you're doing today, I swear it's probably more than you did yesterday. And if you add a little bit more on that the next day, I don't care if you've worked out 4 times already before you listen to this. Just do a little bit more than that. Work out 4 times plus 5 more minutes. That's how simple it is. But people want to go so much to the other extreme. They always want to see the before and the after, but they don't realize in between. They don't see the in between. They see the before and the after. The in between is hard shit, but move. You got 5 more seconds. We're going to go into round number 3. Get ready in 3, 2, and time. This is it. Now, this is the last round. This is where you got to tap into that stuff that gets you all motivated. Everything that's gotten you here right now. That kid that I had to be separated from, that refusal that I got refused on that wedding proposal. We're going to start it in 3, 2, and go. Life's going to knock you down. Life's going to knock you down over and over and over again, and you should want it to, because every time you get back up, you're going to be stronger. Every time you get back up, you're going to be smarter. Every time you get back up, you're going to be more motivated. Every time you get back up, you're going to want to help other people to get more motivated, because you're going to know if you can get up over and over again, then they can get up over and over again. That's what life is. You want to go through adversity. On the other side of that adversity is what you're chasing. You can't just go for your goals and just hope that you're going to get there and you achieve them and then you're happy. That's not how it happens. That's not life. That's not how things work. If you haven't seen that by now, you're going to realize it soon. You got 15 more seconds and this exercise is over. So I don't care what version of this you're doing, do not stop for 10 more seconds. Give me 5 more. Screw that. Give yourself 5 more seconds right now for 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Now we're going to lay on our back. I don't care. We got 15 seconds. Get there. Shake it out. Do whatever you got to. This is how we recover. We're going to get right back into it again. I need you to want more for yourself. I believe in you, but I need you to believe in yourself. Meet me halfway in 3, 2, and go. Now give me 1 minute. Don't start late. Don't finish early. Every time you start late in something, what is that depriving you of? What if you start late, 1 second late, 8 different times? That's deprived you of 8 seconds. What if you start late 60 different times? Now you've missed a whole minute of something. It's about all that stuff. It's going to snowball. It's going to domino effect. It's going to go over and over and over again, and you're going to miss out on something. And so something that you could have had a day earlier, a week earlier, has now been prolonged, and you don't know it. You've given up on it. Just go, because you don't know what you could be getting. You got 25 more seconds. I need you to keep moving. You need you to keep moving. Your kids need you to keep moving. Your parents need you to keep moving. Your aunt, your uncle, your friends, they need you to keep moving, because they need you to stay here, moving, motivating them, encouraging them, making them laugh, keeping them up. This is your opportunity in 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, 15 seconds. This is our last exercise. 1 minute. You've worked your ass off until this point. Just give me 1 more minute. You can do this. Take a deep breath, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and let's get ready. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1 minute reverse lunge. I'm going to tell you at the 30-second mark, you're going to switch it to the other side. Just give me all you've got. Everything right now. I don't care how fast you're going. I don't care how slow you're going. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how athletic you are. I don't care how coordinated you are. I don't care how young you are, how old you are. I just want you to move right now. I need you to move right now. You got 10 more seconds, and you're going to switch to the other side. We're going to move to the other side. Exercise is just a way to get to where we want to go. In 3, 2, 1, and switch to the other side. You got 3, 2, 1, and go again. Now 30 seconds. This is our last 30 seconds. This is where we got to go into. This is where your mind's going to be stronger right now. Let's say you worked out earlier. You worked out last week for 90 straight minutes. Well, can you work out for 12 minutes and get more out of it? Can you do something knowing that you have less time? That's what really matters. You can go on and on and on, but can you make something now for the last 10 seconds when you're at your most tired moment? Right now, physically, mentally, can you push forward a little bit longer and a little bit stronger for 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Time, time, time. Now, all I want you to think about is everything that you've just put into that. It was just 12 minutes. 12 minutes. That's all you have to do. Maybe a little bit less. Maybe you can only do 7 minutes today. Maybe you have all the excuses in the world. You can only do 4 minutes. I don't care. That's 4 minutes than you were going to do. Maybe that's all it takes. Maybe that's all it took. If somebody told you, if you can just work out for 4 minutes today, that will save your life. How important would your life be to do that? Would you make time for it? Because I'm telling you right now, that is a true statement. It may not be the 4 minutes today. It may not be the 4 minutes tomorrow. It may not be the 4 minutes a year from now. But if you keep on doing it, it's going to add up. Those 4 minutes add up. Those 6 minutes, those 12 minutes, they all add up. And if you don't keep doing it, you're not going to be around to start it up again. You're not going to be around to say, I'm going to do it on Monday. There won't be any more Mondays for you. I'm doing this, and I'm saying this with passion because it means that much to me. I've gone through this shit myself. I know that it's different. I don't know what you're going through, but I promise you, it's possible to get through it together. So that's what I'm here for. I want you to pull together with me. If you like the stuff I'm saying, if you like what I'm doing, subscribe. Not because I want to be the most famous person in the world, but because I want to keep helping you. I want to keep helping the people that want the help, that need the help. I will meet you halfway, but I can't make you want to get better. I can't make you want to do this stuff. At the end of the day, I need you to want it somewhat too. And all I want you to do is meet me halfway, and I'll be here for you. All right? Make comments. Do whatever you need to do. I'm going to put those articles down below. You can read those articles. You can realize this is real stuff. And especially during this pandemic, this is real stuff. You don't know what your new normal is going to be. This is the new normal. The people that can adapt to changes are the people that are going to make the best out of their lives. You don't have to worry about next year. You don't have to worry about next month. You don't even know if you're going to be here next year or next month. Because if you don't do this stuff right now, you won't be. So keep doing it. Keep working. Let me know how I can help you, and I'll see you the next time. Have a good rest of your day, your night, your weekend, whatever this is. See you later.